See, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm in one piece.
Okay.
You know, I was just talking with Caroline and all of you so concerned and everything, and a couple of you concerned of me drinking and in high heels, and that's probably what happened.
I haven't seen high heels for how long?
I can't wait to wear high heels again. And the 2 times that I fell, I had no alcohol. So maybe what happened was I should have been drinking alcohol. It was terrible. It was 5 o'clock, and we're going to the kitchen, and when you come out of our, well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. We've got a great show for you today. I'm so happy to be back. I missed you all so much. I really did. I love doing these shows so much. And so do you, Al, huh?
I do.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
So anyway, here's what happened. Our crazy house here. Some of you say, why would you ever leave this house? And really, I think sometimes when I walk around, why would we ever leave this house? It's so beautiful.
Hello.
Hello, baby.
Hello.
Hello. We've been here 43 years. It's 5 levels and at least 100 stairs, maybe more, huh? Because there are all these stairs here, and then those stairs there, and then 50 to get up to our bedroom.
You know, we came here when our kids were what, 12, 11, 12, 13?
Oh, yeah. Early Three's Company, yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
I hope a young family buys this place.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for a young family with children.
Because our boys would have breakfast.
Yep.
They'd wave goodbye. And they'd go up into the mountains. And we wouldn't see them until just before dinner. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And they're all into nature today. Right, exactly. Anyway, here's what happened.
Oh,
okay?
We'll hear your version, then my version.
Okay.
All right.
So my version is, we're walking down, we were about to walk down the stairs.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Yeah, so I came out, and we always hold hands going down the stairs because we like holding hands, and also because I'm sort of the steadying guy for you.
And how long, and I've been saying for years, we need to put a railing down down the middle of these stairs.
That's right, and we haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it.
But we're doing it, okay.
But I have been saying for years, we need to put a railing.
That's right.
Is that going to happen next week when we're gone?
Probably. Well, we'll see.
That's not a yes.
No, well, I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Okay.
So anyway, at the top of the stairs, there's a giant boulder.
Yeah.
And the boulder is kind of hooked into the stairs.
Yeah, pretty.
It's very pretty. So I stepped on the part of the step that had the boulder, part of the boulder on it.
Yeah.
I lost my balance. I went down, and just so we could be together, I pulled her down on top of me, okay? Nothing happened to me, and Suzanne got all shook up. She had a laceration on her leg.
Well, no, I hit my head on the rock.
That's right.
The rock is what stopped my fall.
Yeah.
I had a big thing on my nose. Remember how he had a thing? Oh, you're almost gone now.
That's right.
You were all asking about your noggin.
My noggin.
Right, we have matching noggins.
That's right.
Have you ever hit your head on a rock? You hear it, it's thump. And then blood was everywhere.
Your head is the toughest part of your body.
Is it?
Well, your body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then what happened?
So then she came down on top of me, and it happened in a second. I did. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize what was happening. It happened so fast. It was so shocking. It was crazy.
I've really never seen you that upset.
I know. I was very upset. Very, very, very upset. Yeah. So anyway, everything's fine now. We took a few days off to cool it. That's why we weren't doing shows.
Yeah. Well, can I tell what happened to me?
Yeah.
When I already, had the fracture that's not healed yet, but was on its way. But this fall jostled my frame, and the pain has been kind of excruciating, especially my neck and turning from here to here, and my shoulders are off, and the broken rib got all, so it wasn't a fun Friday afternoon.
No, but it is now.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And this is Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was Friday.
I know, because we're drinking.
It's probably Friday
Feels
somewhere,
weird to
right?
be drinking. I know, we haven't been drinking.
It's Friday somewhere.
Right.
On Mars, it's Friday on Mars.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? They sent that thing up to go to Mars?
Yeah. And did you read about Elon Musk today?
No.
He's the fourth richest person in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the richest people in the world, we don't know who they are, because they're probably doing really illegal stuff.
Yeah, but remember when we met him? We were having a Christmas, we get invited, the gentleman of the couple has passed in the last couple of years, so they're not doing this lunch anymore, but it's the Hodgkisses, and they give this wonderful caviar and pasta Christmas lunch. Oh God, so good. And I'm sitting next to, as they all are, super genius, billionaire guys, have little to no personality. And I always get stuck sitting next to them at these things because I can talk to anybody.
So all those people you just described, if they're watching, how will you feel with them knowing what you've just said?
I'll tell that to their face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have.
Okay.
Like that one guy who's
don't mention it.
I won't say his name, but this guy is such a genius. And I sit next to him at another one of these things because I can talk to anybody. And I thought, oh, how interesting. I'm sitting next to him. And he eats like an 8-year-old, like this. There's no waiting for me to eat. There's no waiting for the person on the He's just eating like this. So I'm thinking, this is going to be a long night. So I start eating like him too. And as I'm eating, I said, did your mother know? He goes, huh?
Yeah, you better not say any more.
No, that you're a genius.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mothers that think that
That's
sons
true.
are geniuses.
Yeah, my mother was sure I was a
Right,
genius too.
right.
And I disappointed her terribly. I'm
No,
sorry.
hardly.
I'm sorry. I
Hardly.
really am. Yeah, really.
You did your talk show so that your mother
I know I did.
could watch you every afternoon.
That's right.
That's a good son. That's a good son. But anyway, I said, did your mother know? And he said, what? I said, that you're a genius. And he said, yeah. And I went, wow, that must be something. And so I just became his mother for the evening. And I talked to him like I was his mother. And, to make jokes about the fact that I was sure he never cleaned his room and stuff like that. They're just humans. They're just human beings.
But I think that there are people who are so incredibly good at one thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you
They're
can't.
incredibly
Yeah, you can't be good at everything.
Right. And unfortunately, we always think that if someone's really good at this, they're probably good at that, and not necessarily.
Yeah.
And
Like you and I are good at a lot of things, which means we're not geniuses. We're just really good at a lot of things.
Yeah.
But the people that we know who are geniuses, they don't have any social skills.
No, but I think you're a genius.
You do?
I do.
You do?
No, because you figured it out.
What do you mean?
No, you came from the depths of despair and family alcoholism and et cetera, and you figured it out.
I did figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, you have to look at all negatives as an opportunity. And you don't know that early on, but it's like, at some point you have to say to yourself, okay, this is the hand I've been dealt. How can I learn from this? How can I grow spiritually and emotionally? And I did, and then I met you.
I know.
I met you.
Yeah, and then all the spiritual and everything stopped.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
So I have to go around and do my job on the other side
Yeah,
of the camera.
Could you?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, who's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Julie. Today is my assistant, Julie Turkel's birthday. She's 60. You're an old lady now, Julie.
60?
Yeah. I remember when I was 60. I found that life really started getting good in my 60s. Really good. Really good.
Me too.
Yeah. So, well then maybe we should sing happy birthday to Julie.
Okay.
Come on over here.
Oh.
Okay? My neck hurts so much that it hurts to pick up my heavy Baccarat glass. So Julie,
Okay.
has been our assistant now for 20 years. Julie is someone that both of us talk to 20 or more times a day. Julie keeps the schedule. Julie does all the things that keeps our life running smoothly and efficiently. And scheduling is a big part of my career because I get up in the morning and I have to look at my calendar first thing to see what am I doing today, how many of those am I doing, how many meetings do I have, how many podcasts do I have, how many interviews do I have, what's the deadline for this, there's all that goes on. So, thank you. So, anyway, what Alan and I want to do right now is sing Julie, our assistant of 20 years. 20 years, that's a long time to be with someone. And I hope most of it was fun, Julie. And I would like to sing, if you would join me, but you keep my tempo, okay?
Okay.
Okay, not too controlling, all right?
Okay.
All right. I wonder if I could turn this music off, or...
No, don't turn it off.
No.
You won't hear it.
Okay, no muting?
Yeah, you won't hear it. Yeah, don't do it.
Oh, okay, all right, I won't, yeah.
Yeah, don't do
Okay, all right. Happy birthday, Julie. I just want to tell you how much you mean to me, and I want to sing you this little song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Julie.
Not bad. Happy birthday.
Okay. You can put that on a loop, Julie, and play it over and over again all year long until the next one. All right. A little business, okay?
Okay, a little business.
You're going to get a free gift today if you spend
Okay, here's the deal.
$24.99.
Okay. You get the Aqua Peptide Eye Firming Gel, which is worth $40 if you spend at least $25 on SuzanneSummers.com.
Yeah.
On anything.
Yeah. And I will tell you a little bit about this. I'll put.
And once you use this eye firming peptide, you will kill to get more of it.
Well, to get puffy, to get like fat bags and puffy, and to wake up and you're puffy, well, you won't with this stuff. And I have makeup on, and you can put it on over your makeup. So what you think of it as spackle, you know, and just hold it back, spackle it on, pat it in. Okay. Let me just finish here. I'm going to hold it like that. Of course, everybody looks good when you hold it back like that. But when I let go, it's going to stay looking good like that. It's got a couple of things in it that you won't know about, like pullonin. Why do you care about pullonin? Let me read to you. The reason you're going to see the immediate difference is because of the topical benefits of pullonin.
So could you project a little bit?
Yeah, they can't hear?
Well, they can hear, but they'd like to hear more of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And there's sea algae, which we use that sea algae from purified waters. And there's also an amazing ingredient called biomimetic peptides. Peptides, you know, are the buzz. Okay, I'm just going to let this go now. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see like magic, but there's a collective, a cumulative effect of this. If you use it every day, if you use it twice a day, you just get your crow's feet seem to diminish, your puffiness seems to diminish. It actually, can you see what's happened right here? I can actually feel it. I can feel that it's tightened this up here. Can you see it out? Men never see anything. He's going, oh.
Yeah, no, I can see it.
Really?
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of a remarkable thing. And if you stayed out late last night, or you're aging, you know, that happens. So I'll put a little, well, I'll just leave it on this side so you can just see the difference on that side. So this is a $39.99 value.
$40.
$40, okay. And this is your free gift. So all you have to do is go on the website and buy anything for $24.99, and you get this for free. We always like to give you a little fun thing. If you go to the website, Alan and I were talking about one of our supplements last night, hair, skin, and nails, and how important it is. And I've been in bed, you know, a lot this year. And when you lie in bed a lot, the back of your hair starts breaking off. And I've been using the hair, skin, and nails to maintain my hair, and my hair has survived my fractured hip. I know that doesn't seem to make any sense, but it has. So, so that's what we have to offer you today. Are there any questions? Do either of you see any questions? Are they still saying I'm an old drunk who's wearing high heels and drinking tequila and fell down the front?
Take care of the ones who say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn it.
that's true.
Okay.
Someone commented, I've seen people say, they are not drunk. And they talk about how much ice is in your glass, and that you have one drink and lay off. So believe me, your defenders are out there.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one question.
What is that?
What are we having for dinner?
Oh, you know what we're having?
No, how could I know? I just
Okay,
asked you.
Our first course we're having is a steamed artichoke, which I'm going to open up and scoop all the hairy stuff out, and then put a beautiful dill homemade mayonnaise in the center of that to dip in. And then we're having baby lamb chops
That's my favorite
With garlic.
meat. I love
Yeah.
lamb.
and a baby baked sweet yam
Mmm.
with a buttload of butter and salt. And
And sour cream.
yeah, you know, sour cream with
Yeah.
it is really good.
Yeah.
And what's the third thing I'm making? Some great vegetable. I can't remember. What vegetable. Anyway, that's a good dinner.
Yeah.
You know, and it's light. It's so hot here. It's so hot it makes me want to swear.
How hot is it?
It's ugly.
How
out
hot is
there.
it, Johnny?
Yeah, it's ugly outside. It's 113 degrees.
No, but you know, here's the problem. It's not the temperature, it's the humidity. Because it's overcast, okay? So we live in a big valley here that goes on for miles and miles and
Yeah.
miles. The whole valley is overcast, and in the valley there are 130 golf courses
Yeah.
with all those pools and water courses, etc., all evaporating. Then every single person who lives here has a pool. Everybody has a pool,
Yeah.
okay? The water is evaporating, and because it's overcast, the humidity cannot escape. So it keeps it in this valley. So today, it's
I walked out of my bedroom
It's
and
like-
I went, whoa!
it's like, you know what it
Wow.
is? It's like New York when it's 90 with humidity.
Oh, I don't know. When we moved here 43 years ago to this beautiful, enchanting house, it's enchanting. They didn't have air conditioning. They had what they called swamp coolers. And these swamp coolers were inadequate and made a lot of noise. But it didn't matter because most of the people who spent their life as desert rats, as we call ourselves, they would go to the beach for the summer, which is essentially what Ellen and I do. We spend our winters here, and then we go to the beach for the summer. And that's a nice lifestyle. But this summer, because we're working on our new house, remodeling it, we have spent most of the summer here, and so I'm experiencing something I haven't, other than once before we did this. We stayed here during the summer. Now, Alan's people, whoever they are from the desert, and he likes this heat.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but you like this heat.
I do.
And
Not this heat. This is humid.
This is awful.
Yeah.
Even LA is really hot this week.
Is it?
I mean, today's one of those record-breaking kind of days.
So what's the weather like in LA? Like this is a girl talk. Like I have to pack tonight.
Hot summer weather, dresses in the day, and the most you'll need at night is a little wrapper cardigan.
Do you think at the ocean I'm going to need a turtleneck and a jacket?
Yeah.
Well, at the ocean you always have to be prepared.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not a turtleneck, but you know,
Yeah.
you've been to the beach for years.
Yeah.
Semper paratus.
Isn't that what Marines say?
Right.
Aha, I knew that.
And you know what it means?
Semper No, what?
Always prepared.
Oh, yeah. Well, aren't they? You know, you ever want to feel safe, be around any United States military, men or women, man. If you want to feel taken care of, that's who's going to take care of you. I remember we were in fact, it's funny, you gave me that t-shirt this morning to put on from Korea, Panmunjom. We were in Panmunjom long before this president was ever in Panmunjom. And that was one of those fascinating trips of my life. We were told that they wanted us to put on a show at the demilitarized zone. You all saw it when our president met with, I keep calling him Little Rocket Man, whatever his name is. And it's fascinating because as you drive up to Panmunjom, it gets more and more dark and kind of frightening the closer you get to the demilitarized zone, in that our guys, and probably women too, peek out of the bushes with black paint under here, and their helmets have leaves sticking out of them, and they're all, you know, they're like there to like scare you.
Well, we should explain
Yeah.
for those people who may not have ever been there or don't know what it is. It's where North and South Korea meet.
Yeah.
And there's a little hut where in the 50s they negotiated whatever they call it, the treaty or the truce or whatever
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
between North and South Korea. And on one side of this hut, and it's a little hut. The hut is, I don't know, it's like
Like
maybe
the Quonset hut.
6 by 12 and
Yeah.
made out of wood. It's nothing. It's
Yeah.
unimpressive. But one side of it is in North Korea and the other side is in South Korea.
Of the table, of the length
So
way.
think about it. We have been to North Korea
Yeah, for sure.
because we walked around on that side of the
no,
table.
for sure.
Yeah.
But before we got to the Quonset hut where everything happens, we were advised by the general, do not look at anyone over on the North Korean side. Do not engage in any eye contact. It will be misconstrued as aggression. Okay. I'm just here, happy Suzanne, to sing and dance for our men and women in uniform, just to make them feel good. That's all I was there for, to do. What a privilege, though, by the way. I make light of it, but what a privilege. And so as we come around the bend, after seeing all these soldiers popping out of the bushes with the guns and the black paint and the leaves coming out of their helmets, our side is kind of downscaled, kind of military. North Korea, wow, it's like pillars and stairs and happy people planting flowers and everybody singing over there, and it's like a big, it looks like the United States Capitol building. Is that impressive? And I'm going, well, what's their problem? They seem to be really kind of affluent. Until we pulled around the bend, and then you realized, oh, it's a fake building. It's what we call in the movie business flats, where they put up a flat, let's say the Capitol building, but behind it is just, you know, 4-bys holding it up. It was all fake. The flowers they were watering were probably real, but it was all intended to create an illusion of something that wasn't. And so I found that very fascinating. And then we get out of our Jeeps with all of our military backup, and we got to go into that Quonset hut, and it was pretty interesting. That whole trip, we went from, that was one base where I entertained. We went from base to base to base all over South Korea, always near the demilitarized zone.
So I have a note here.
Yeah.
Can I jump in for 1 second? I have a few people asking questions about how you get the free gift. So when you are at checkout on SuzanneSummers.com, if if you order anything that's over $24.99, you'll get a prompt that will say add free gift. And you just have to say, yes, I want the free gift.
Well, there you
It's
go.
right in your cart.
Say, yes, I want the free gift. Why wouldn't you want the
Yes.
free gift? Do you need to know what the free gift is again? It's the Aqua Peptide Eye Gel.
It's great stuff.
Do I still look like I'm younger on this side?
Yeah,
It actually does. You know,
it's good. That's the side of you where I sleep, so it's good.
Yeah.
You'll be younger on that side. By the way,
Well, that's what wakes me up. You're on top of me there, right?
Nancy Falone King says, Caroline, is August's boxes going out late? I haven't gotten mine, and I noticed someone else mentioning they didn't get theirs either. Thank you.
The boxes, whatever day you ordered, it will always be the day that we will instigate the next order. So if you ordered your July box on July 7th, that's the day that we'll put in your order in August. So August 7th, we'll say, okay, it's like you're buying it that day, but you know, our shipping usually takes a couple of weeks. So you may just not have, just probably haven't received it yet, but check on your account, and if you want to receive your box earlier in the month, you can change the date so that it always triggers August 1st or September 1st. And
Okay.
that way you'll be on the earlier side of receiving it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, thank you for
Okay.
explaining that.
That's great. Thank you.
I thought it was us.
No, it's never us.
Okay.
Well, shipping is slower during COVID, I have to say.
Everybody.
You know, we have had some issues at our warehouse with the virus, so I apologize for we do have some slowing in shipping.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I hope this is all over soon. Don't you all? Don't we all just want to get back to our normal life? I do. I want this to go away. I hate wearing these masks. We've got to wear the masks, I guess, if they're right. I hope they're right.
I wonder if bank robberies have increased, you know?
Probably.
You know, because some guy walking into
That's
a
how you
bank with a
think,
mask,
isn't it?
wearing sunglasses and a
That's
hat,
how you think, isn't it?
and they rob the bank, and when the cops come, they say, what did the guy look like? Well, he was wearing a mask with sunglasses and a cap.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
that's great,
Right.
yeah.
I will say it's a lot harder to hear people. I
Oh,
don't think
awful.
we realize how much we are dependent upon also seeing people's facial expressions and how their mouths move.
Absolutely. Really. And you sound like this, you know. It's just harder to understand people when they're talking like that.
So Ganese Nielsen wants to know what our tequila is. Casa Dragones,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
I can't believe this is the first alcohol I've had since I fell. How, you know, this is a good glass because I actually can't lift it with this. I can't lift it with this hand because it hurts my neck too much.
Wow.
That's bizarre.
You would never know that anything happened. You look amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you really do. And I do have to say, I'm looking at the difference between the eye where you use the aqua peptide gel and, you know, when you swoop it up to the temple and you just hold it there for 15 or 20 seconds, just gives the appearance of kind of staying there. It really,
Spackle.
I can see it.
Spackle. That holds it in place. So, and you can put it over makeup. You saw that I put it over makeup. So that's a good thing. So we like when we give you the free gifts to give you something that you probably looked at, but oh, I don't need that. We just like to open up the possibilities. Try it. You get it free today. Try it, and then I bet you'll be a convert.
And, you know, a lot of people are also asking, what is the difference between the firming peptide eye serum and the aqua peptide? They are very similar. The firming peptide eye serum has a brown color, and it actually is the newer, improved formula. However, some people just love this aqua peptide one so much that we had thought to replace it with the firming peptide, and we have so many people who love this aqua peptide one more. I think some of it really has to do with the color. It just looks so beautiful.
It is.
But they're very similar. You're going to get a similar benefit for both. So use whichever one you like.
Ja, is goed, you like. Some Swedish. Let me read to you what it is again. These things, pullunin, biomimetic peptides, pullunin, and what's the other thing? The sea algae. Those are the three things that are in there that create this magic. And, you know, I just love the way our formulator works these things out. She's so great. She's so on the same page as all of us of how do we get it done better without any of the chemicals. And I just love that approach to skincare. I was doing an interview this morning because God forbid I should have a 10-minute break in my schedule. No. And so they were asking me about, the different ingredients. And I said, it's all about that. I'm not against allopathic medicine at all. When you need drugs, you need them. They're a godsend. They're incredible. During this time when I've had all this pain, I've had to take painkiller. I didn't want to, but I took it because what are you going to do? But if you can do it without taking drugs of any kind, wouldn't that be ideal? And so what we're trying to do with our skincare line is keep you cleaned out internally, and so that your toxic burden is as low as we can get it in a toxic world. We're under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. That's why I wrote that book, Toxic. And that book still is just so profound around the world. That's a book, if you haven't read Toxic, and you're into what we're selling here, the non-toxic skincare, hair care, makeup, etc., you might want to read that book. That's up there with one of my best books. What do I think are my best books? A New Way to Age, that's for sure. Sexy Years, that was the first book on bioidentical hormones. Toxic, Breakthrough, Knockout. Yeah, Knockout. Wow. I can't tell you, I talk daily to people I don't even know from all around the world who have read Knockout, who want to have access to another way to deal with their disease. And I never, ever give advice, ever. I'm not a doctor. But I have spent a lot of time interviewing doctors. I spent a lot of time really caring about bringing you the best information from the best and brightest minds in this country. See, the way it works is, why do they need me? Why would scientists from MIT and Harvard and all the greatest learning institutions in our country, why would they want to be in my books? I actually understand it. At first I was so flattered, and then I thought, I get it, what it is. I have a louder voice than them. I'm better known than Dr. Joe Schmo. But Dr. Joe Schmo has been spending his whole life trying to come up with something that is so remarkable in terms of healing different diseases, and coming up with protocols that could change the course of your life and your disease. And so they talk to me because I have a louder voice and access to you, and my talent is small. My little talent is...
It's not small.
That I can take the information from these doctors, scientists, and professionals. I break it down. I spent hours and hours with them. When you said that, did you mean this? And I have their ear for all those hours. And when I finally understand it, when I go, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense, then I know we all will understand it. And so that's the reliability of my books, and I'm really proud that I have found this symbiotic way for those who spent their life working on protocols, and what I spent my life working on is making a relationship with all of you. Does that make sense? I hope so.
It does.
Okay.
So I have Anna Bear, says, hello from Indy 500, which is virtual this Sunday with Marco Andretti, on the pole.
Marco Andretti as in Mario Andretti?
Okay, it must be his son.
Must be.
Because I've seen Mario race, and Mario, I think, was on the pole in the 80s sometime.
Now
okay?
tell them how you would.
Well, I used to in the early starting in 1960, I was hired as a
Come
commentator.
over here and tell them,
Well,
because
okay.
they like to look at you.
Okay.
Don't you? He's so cute. Oh, he's so good to me. Really, honestly, I'm so sorry I fell, but he felt so guilty. He's just
Okay.
been like my indentured servant.
Okay.
Okay, so tell them about Mario.
Okay. So in the 60s,
Yeah.
I was hired to be a commentator at the Indy 500. And I did it for several years, and I would go there a week before the race, which was the end of May. And I would go from, they had these secret garages where the guys were repairing their cars, and I didn't really understand what they were doing. They were buffing tires, whatever that is, and retuning the cars. I mean, it was quite incredible. And people would line up a week beforehand, before they opened the gate, and they would be on the street for a week, and it got to be tribal. I mean, it was crazy time.
You always talk about it.
And
as-
people were out of their mind,
Yeah.
blasted drunk, okay? Guys sleeping in the back of pickup trucks, guys fighting.
Really?
Oh yeah, guys fighting on the street.
Did you?
Then they, me?
Yeah, you're not a street
No.
fighter.
No. Then they,
When I first met you, you had a
well, I
short
had a
temper.
short temper,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I understand.
Then they opened the gate, and I think between the grandstand and the infield, there were like 300,000
Or the
people.
inner field.
300,000 people there.
Wow,
And it was incredible.
wow.
And there were 33 cars that lined up on the grid. And a guy by the name of Tony Hellman owned it.
And
I
what
think
would he say?
his father was the one who started it. And Tony Hellman would get 350,000.
He had that voice, didn't he?
350,000 people would get quiet. I mean, you couldn't hear a
So
whisper.
this is ritual.
And Tony Hellman would say, "Are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines."
Really makes me
Today, it's gentlemen and ladies, start your engines.
Yeah. Who's that girl we had dinner with at David Foster's?
Patrick, someone Patrick?
Danica.
Danica Patrick?
Yeah, something
You have to
like
be
that.
strong. You gotta
Danica,
be,
Danica, yeah.
you gotta be strong to drive that car.
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Really?
it's a tough race.
Oh,
It's going around in an oval for 500
Oh.
miles. I mean, it's
They
really,
get bruises on
it's
their
a
feet.
tough
on their feet?
race.
Really? Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So it was an incredible race. The race has been going on for a long time. When I first started going there, everyone had the same engine. It was a Meyer Drake Offenhauser. Meyer Drake Offenhauser.
Meyer what?
Meyer Drake Offenhauser.
Meyer Drake Offenhauser.
Yeah.
Offenhauser.
Now it's like everyone's got all kinds of engines. Chrysler came in with a, what do they call it? I can't remember what it was called, but it made a screaming sound as it were going around the turns.
You've had such an amazing career.
I know,
Really,
I know.
really.
I know.
He was the king of late night television in Canada.
Well, I don't know if I was the king.
No, he was. He was being modest. He was. But before that, you got your very first job as a street reporter, or a field reporter, is that what you call it, for CBC? Because he was this young guy, he was a good-looking guy, but with this deep voice.
No, actually, my first job
Tell me.
was
I
in
know you back then.
1955, and a guy I respected even before I knew him. His name was Bob McLean. He hired me for my first job to be the weekend guy in Barrie, Ontario.
Yeah.
And Barrie, Ontario is about 50 miles north of Toronto. I'd drive up there on Friday, and I'd go on the air Friday night, and Saturday morning, and Saturday night, and Sunday morning, and Sunday night, and I made $50.
Oh.
Yeah, $50.
Yeah. And how old were you?
Okay, I was 18.
And was that your first job ever?
My first professional
What
job.
was your first job?
working for the Canadian National Railway.
What'd you do, Al?
I was a newsie, and I used to walk up and down the
Okay,
aisle.
what's a newsie?
It's a newsie, and I used to have
Not an Uzi, a newsie. What is a newsie?
a newsie. Okay, now they have like a little bar. You don't have to walk anywhere, and they just sell stuff.
So you held the sandwich thing.
I had a case of Cokes with one arm, and in those days
Wow.
the case was made out of wood this thick
And glass
and
bottles.
glass bottles. And today, even though I'm right-handed, my left arm is stronger, and my left arm bicep is bigger than my right arm bicep. Okay, and I'd walk down the aisles and I'd say, cigarettes, matches, chocolate bars, chewing gum, peanuts, biscuits, and oranges, novelty contraceptives, okay, jewelry, and a few other things
For
as well.
the
Which I won't
soldiers
mention.
returning home.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I loved that
That's so
job.
sweet.
I made a lot of money doing that.
Yeah. How
a lot
much
of
do you
money.
think as a little boy? You were a little boy. How much would you make?
I did it between the time I was 13
Uh-huh.
and 17.
Uh-huh.
And after a week, I'd go to Vancouver and back from Toronto,
Right.
and I'd make $350, $400. In those days, people
Well,
were
still in
making,
today's day.
people were making $25 a
In
week.
today's day.
Yeah. But I spent it all.
So what?
So what? I spent all the money.
What'd you spend it on at that
Oh,
age?
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Party. Happy.
That
Good.
first airplane ride you took?
The first airplane ride I took, right, exactly. It was,
Hey, Alan.
Yeah.
Hold for 1 second because I'm getting a lot of people asking me a quick question. So remember, airplane ride.
Okay.
Coming right back to this.
Okay.
To
okay.
get the free gift, you go to checkout, put in all of your information. You will be prompted right before payment. So if you're not seeing it yet, because some people are saying, I'm not getting the gift, and is there a code? You get all the way through checkout, and right before you hit payment, you're going to see a screen that has a nice picture of the Aqua Firming Eye Gel, and it will ask if you want that free gift. So just be patient, get all the way through checkout. Before you get to payment, you'll see the option for it.
Here it is.
Airplane, go out.
We never ever met before. There's a song that I like. Okay,
Okay.
come on, Al. Tell them your first airplane ride.
Okay, well,
I
my,
think we're running out of time. No, we got 15 minutes.
okay, my first airplane ride when I was 12, I went to the airport in Toronto, which was a little wooden building. This was in 1948, and I said, "What is the least expensive flight you have?" And she told me,
How old were you?
I was 12. I was 12.
This is called A Mother's Nightmare.
And I rode out there on my bicycle.
On your bicycle.
On my bicycle. And she said it's $12. So I took that flight. And that was the first time I ever flew. And I couldn't believe the feeling I felt when that plane lifted off the ground. And I was looking down at the ground. It kept getting further and further away. And it was incredible.
And your mother has no idea where you are, so you come home that night.
And she said,
What'd you do today, son?
and I told her. And she said, "Oh, that sounds great." That was it. Yeah, my father,
You know,
my
Bruce
mother,
was kind of like that.
my mother let me do anything I wanted to do,
Yeah.
as long as I wasn't hurting anybody or doing something illegal.
I was like that with Bruce. In today's world, I'd be picked up by Child Protective Services, but Bruce was an old soul. Bruce is Caroline's husband, my son, our son, and Bruce was so smart that he would convince me of things like it made absolute sense. If I took the subway to here, and then I get on the BART, and I go under the Bay Bridge, and then I get to Oakland, and I pick up on the number 12, and I take that bus to the thing, and I get to the baseball stadium, and then after the game, I get back on the thing and under the BART, and back under the Golden Gate Bridge, and I take the thing home, and he'd come home. And he always came home, and I was a really, 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 really young mother, and I just always thought that Bruce was remarkable, and that he could do anything. And I think mothers like yours, Ellen, and me as a mother, your mother came from a place of wisdom. Mine came from a place of a lack of wisdom. But I think Bruce today is a wanderer, and he Don't you think, Caroline? He's got wanderlust. He's always wanted to be able to have the freedom to go here and go there.
He loves travel. He always likes to see something new and different.
Yeah.
And he also has he has a real confidence about it that he can find his way anywhere. So I can't even imagine what he must have been like as a little boy, because I'm sure he was really convincing.
I never made him nervous.
Story one time about he was supposed to go home. He was supposed to come to you, and you told him, you're going home today, and it was some mix-up where, no, he was supposed to go to his dad's, and you had said, okay, you're going to your dad's today, so he's supposed to get on the bus to go to his dad's. Well, you called the school and you said, tell Bruce he's not going to his dad's, he's coming home. And so the teacher said to him, you're going to your mom's house today. Well, he didn't believe the teacher because you had said to him, you're going to your dad's.
Yeah.
So he found a way to his dad's, which was far away, and you were like, shit, Bruce didn't come home.
I know.
He ended up but that's Bruce. He wouldn't think, most kids would say, call your mom.
What'd you think?
But instead, he was just like, oh, okay, this is what I do now. He had such a confidence about him that I can imagine he was that much of a baller as a kid.
He was just anything. Bruce could convince me of anything. I go, okay, all right.
What you say to me too?
Well, it wasn't like he was ever going to get in trouble. He didn't do anything wrong. He was he was convincing. He's an old soul.
So
he survived. That's all I care about is he survived. And,
okay,
I was asked yesterday, I did another interview. What is it in your life that you're most proud of? And I said this. I gave birth to Bruce 1 month after my 19th birthday, and I knew nothing. I raised him as best I could from the seat of my pants, as so many of you out there, as we did at that time. And he's not screwed up. He's not a drug addict. He's not an alcoholic. He has his own business. He's an incredible father. He's an incredible husband. My granddaughters talk about him like I can't even imagine having a father like that. So my stupidity was probably his...
It wasn't stupidity.
What was it?
You were 19 years old.
I was
You were a mother, a
19
19-year-old mother. What the hell do you know when you're a 19-year-old mother?
He ended up with a lot of street smarts because he did figure out stuff.
Yeah.
I think in the
Survival.
next generation, we probably coddled them too much. So worried about building their education and their skills and their talents that they didn't have that street savvy because we protected them so much. So you get something good out of either.
Out of it.
Bright side.
Yeah.
So Shelley Ann Lee Moquin, humidity very high in Winnipeg, Canada. My hair looks like a nest. Laugh out loud. All my curls are limp. Okay, I know Winnipeg. Okay,
Oh, you do.
because when I worked on the trains.
Tell them about Winnipeg now.
Okay, we'd stop in Winnipeg overnight. I stayed next to the Union Station. There was a hotel. I think it was called the Empire. It was $3 a night. You had to walk uphill to get from the bed to the sink. There was no bathroom, no shower, no bathtub, nothing. A sink. But you wouldn't use the sink because you knew that every guy who stayed there used the sink for peeing.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you wanted to go to a toilet, you
I
had to
thought
walk.
you guys peed in the shower.
Well, there was no shower.
Oh.
There was a sink.
Oh, right.
Okay? So you had to walk down the hall. It was $3 a night to stay at the hotel. Then one day in the middle of the winter, I decided to go for a walk. And I went for a walk on this big wide street. It was called Portage or Main, I can't remember. And about 5 minutes into the walk, I realized I'm the only one walking on this big street. And now my nasal passages are starting to stick together, and my lungs were on fire, and my eyes are getting sticky, and I realize I think I'm dying. I'm probably going to be frozen to death. I better get back to the hotel. And it was 40 below zero. Yeah, 40 below zero.
So what does that have to do with what we're doing?
With what we're doing?
Nothing.
Well, if we had the aqua peptide eye firming gel.
Oh, which you will get free today.
Okay.
You get this free Why you care?
It's
You-
40
if you
bucks.
weren't
That's
here-
40 bucks retail. If you spend 25, you get that free.
If you weren't here when I did the demo, people are getting quite impressed with my demo. Okay? If you've got crow's feet, it's not going to take them away, but it's going to make them appear to disappear. That's what we can say legally. And then, do you understand the concept of spackle? And do you have puffiness here, like, you know, under eye bags?
You know, but
dark
most of the
circles?
time, most of the time when they do those demos for people with crow's feet and stuff under their eye, they use the stuff for hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
The hemorrhoid stuff. They've been using that in makeup.
Yeah.
You know, television makeup departments in the early days, people would come in, they'd have all kinds of stuff happening under their
See what
eyes.
she's doing right here? That is the key. Pull
What?
it and
Hold it and hold it.
hold it there for 20 seconds until it dries.
When it dries, like right now, it's feeling wet and cold here, but when it no longer feels wet and cold, and I keep patting it to make the under my, you see, I'm a happy person, so I laugh all the time, so I've got a lot of crow's feet here, but it really makes them look better. Okay, it's starting to feel a little drier, I'm telling you, you're gonna get this free today if you spend $24.95, but I'll tell you, this is gonna be one of your favorite things. You're never gonna wanna be without this. In fact, when we run low and we have to delay sending it out, people get upset.
Yeah, and you don't want to cake too much on, because if you use too much, it's going to turn a little bit white.
And there's
So
that.
a thin coat.
So
and
I have
just
two coats
swirl
on,
it
and I
around
probably
some
should.
of it.
I have two coats on. I probably should have only put one on,
No,
but
but look, pull your hand away, like with stop the patting, just the pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can really see it.
I know.
And Lori Beckham Smith says she just placed my order, got the orange body wash
Did you
and the
hear
free
your
gift.
daughter-in-law?
What, who?
She said, "Sorry, Alan, you were talking about hemorrhoids."
It's true. All that stuff they demonstrate now on television for, removing, eye stuff around, that's hemorrhoid stuff.
Yeah.
We used to use that in makeup and television years ago.
You did?
Yeah, what was
Hemorrhoid
it?
medicine?
Yeah, what was it called? Something
Preparation H.
Preparation age, yeah.
Yeah, Preparation H.
You did it. You used it.
I didn't do
Makeup
it, but the
room?
makeup artists used to use it all the time.
Hollywood trick. This is a little more sophisticated.
Yeah.
Thank you. It doesn't have that connotation of it's good for your butt and good for your eyes at the same time. Okay.
No, people can see it now. They're like, oh wow, you can see it for real.
I know. And I put it on over my makeup.
The appearance of tightening and lifted skin.
And I put it on.
It just creates a smoothing.
Yeah. Go on.
I can really see it. I mean, I'm looking at both of your eyes, and I can really see the difference.
So Caroline, we have a lady who wants to know, if I can find it, when are you getting caramelized peach lipstick back in?
Yeah.
We had some dry ones, so I threw them away because we don't like it when you guys get something and it's not perfect. So we had to order new. I'll find out. I'll
Okay.
find out when it's supposed to be.
And there are those of you who are asking what I'm eating, and that's why I put this up here. Try this. It's a little bit of goat cheese, a little bit of black olive tapenade, and I take a gluten-free potato cracker, if you can find these, they're so great. Put a little bit of the goat cheese on it, so yummy, and a little bit of the black olive tapenade. This combination is so yummy. Okay?
Yeah, Gwyn LeBaron Yuri said, can I order the newest book? The answer is yes. The newest book is called A New Way to Age. And you can get it on SuzanneSummers.com. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah.
I should have been drinking all this week.
Yeah.
Honestly, when we started out, my neck was in such excruciating pain from the misalignment.
And
My
now?
shoulders being off.
And now?
And I'm almost finished with my tequila, and my neck doesn't hurt so bad, and neither does my hip.
Okay.
Okay, but don't do that again, Al.
Thank God for Casa Dragones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Okay.
know what's great about your bedroom?
What?
The back door.
Yeah, thank God for the back door.
The what?
And I told you this morning. So out our back door is wilderness. It's beautiful, and there's a waterfall, and we've had my luxury. A lot of women buy diamonds. My luxury is a full-time stonemason on the property for the last. He's been with us 25 years, and so this morning and 2 mornings ago also, there's a gate. And the gate belongs to a house we owned in Beverly Hills that we never lived in. It was Gypsy Rose Lee's, the stripper's mansion. I saw it and I wanted it. And I just started Three's Company and I could afford it and I wanted it. So we bought it, but it needed so much work we never moved into it.
Actually, it was me who could afford it.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Tell them what you did.
Well, I leased it for 2 weeks to film.
Yes.
You came up and said, this is the most romantic
Beautiful.
place I've ever been in my life.
Right.
If it ever comes up for sale, I'd like to buy it. And I said, thinking it's never going to come up for sale, okay. And a week later, it came up for sale, and we bought it. And we owned it for 10 years. We never lived in it. We went there a few times in the evening if we'd go into Beverly Hills for dinner, but we never lived in it because I didn't want to live in Beverly Hills. And then we sold it. And we have, the guy who bought it was going to rip it down, which I never understood. It's a long story.
I
And
want to throw out all the ironwork.
we said, is it okay if we take all the ironwork? And
And
he
the
said,
gates.
okay. So we took all the gates, we took
So
all the
our back
ironwork.
gates to our bedroom patio
That's right.
are the gates that were at the front of Gypsy Rose Lee, the famous stripper's house.
By the way,
Well-
Gypsy Rose Lee, if you've seen the musical Gypsy,
Yeah.
that's Gypsy Rose Lee.
Some people can get upset.
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
yeah. That's not my favorite voice.
That's Echo Merman.
Yeah.
3 weeks on the caramelized peach lipstick, guys. 3
3
more
weeks.
weeks.
Okay. So this morning, bighorn sheep are that. They have these big horns, big, and they fight on the hillside. I watched them. I've been lying in bed for a long time this year, and when 2 bighorn sheep are vying for the attention of the girls who are sitting around going, "Go for it, guys," you know. Today, Mr. Big, the biggest of all the big horn sheep, came to the gate, looked around, and thought, I'm going in there. Have you ever seen the show where we did in my outdoor bathtub? Well, the bighorn sheep goes up to the bathtub like, this looks kind of interesting. And Alan and I were inside, and I thought, wouldn't it be great if it was filled with water and the bighorn sheep decided to get in? That's a picture I would pay anything for. But anyway,
Well,
we did not.
we had a friend who said to us, all I want to do is take a bath
Yeah.
in your outdoor wilderness bathtub.
Yeah.
So he did.
This is
And
like
while he
30
was in the
years ago, yeah.
bathtub, the bighorn sheep started to approach, and he was terrified they were going to attack him.
Yeah.
Okay, which of course they
I need
don't.
to toughen them up a little bit.
Yeah, they're very, very passive.
I
So
even looked it up. Bighorn sheep do not attack
no.
humans.
So Cheryl Ann Hoover wants to know, what the hell is it with American Graffiti? Well, Suzanne was in American Graffiti for 3.5 seconds. And when ABC, and she didn't even get credit. You won't see her name on the credits. And when ABC bought the movie, she was on Three's Company, and ABC advertised it, American Graffiti starring Suzanne Summers
That's
for,
showbiz, isn't
for
it?
3.5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, you know, how lucky for me. I did a whole Broadway musical called The Blonde and the Thunderbird, based on the even shorter interview I had with George Lucas, who wrote American Graffiti, who I sat in front of him kind of nervously, and he was a nervous guy, and he was slumped down behind his desk, so I'm talking to a head. And he says to me, "Can you drive?" And I said, "Uh-huh." He said, "Thank you very much." I went home, I thought, so glad I didn't wait any longer. I already got a ticket. And by the time I walked into my little apartment in Sausalito, my agent, who had no interest in me at all until this moment, she said, "Oh my God, they want you. You've got the part. You got the part." I said, "The part for what?" She said, "The Blonde and the Thunderbird in American Graffiti." I didn't even know that that was going to be the part that gave me the career that has lasted now 50 years.
Okay.
You never know. And I guess that's it. It's 6 o'clock.
Okay,
We're
so-
going to do this again on Friday night.
Here's the deal. You get the Aqua Peptide Eye Firming Gel,
Yeah.
which is worth $40 with a $25 purchase at SuzanneSummers.com. It's a great deal. It's a great
Yeah, I
deal.
want to look on Friday night.
Why do we do this? Because we want you to sample our products. And
Well,
they're not little sample products. These are full-size products, okay? And if you, I don't know when we're doing our next,
Well, I was just looking it up on my calendar here. On Friday, I have nothing. Maybe Caroline has nothing. And because we're going to be in Malibu, maybe we could do this from Caroline's house. That Bruce and Caroline just moved into the new house. Maybe it's too
We would
soon.
love that. Yeah, no, we didn't schedule because we were just waiting for you to say.
no, you know, Friday's a bad day.
Friday's a bad day?
Yeah.
She's back.
Malibu PCH Friday? Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
but we go there early to 4:30 to do
Let's
the
go
show.
we'll go during the week. Not on Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We don't need to discuss this in front of all of you.
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you. God, I love being back. I'm fine. Ellen's fine. We're all fine. And I enjoyed this so much. And I'll for sure see you Friday somewhere. Okay?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
So long
For a
a while.
Oh, no. We gotta do this one more time. To Julie Turkel,
Oh, yeah.
our assistant.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday, dear Julie. Happy birthday to you. Bye. Happy birthday, Julie.
Bye-bye.